Hello everyone and welcome back to Module 1, or welcome to Module 1, I should say, of natural disasters. Now we previously had a different screencast slash tutorial that was set up, but I wanted to do one myself. That way we knew exactly what it was that we had to get done. So let's take a look. First thing you're going to want to do is when you get into Module 1, we're going to read over all the information that's here. Okay, so like we said before in the welcome page tutorial, every module will have a discussion post that you're going to have to respond to or create a post for, and then also you're going to have to respond it to other people. Also, usually there's going to be a couple polls, one, maybe two, and hopefully you should have a rubric for each one of these as well. So one of the things that we have to do here for task 1 is create a Venn diagram. Now, create a Venn diagram, we're going to have to do that through Google Docs. So the first thing you want to do is make sure that you have your Google open, and you're going to want to go to your drive. Now, for some of these guys who are using the Chromebooks, you're going to see this particular drive emblem or logo. It's going to be over here in the bottom left-hand corner. So you can go ahead and just click that, and we'll see what page comes up next. Your next step is you're going to click Create. After you click Create, you're going to click Drawing. Now, I'm not going to go through all the bells and whistles as far as colors and fades. I'm going to get through the basics, and you guys can play with the creativity aspect of it. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to click here under Shapes. Okay, there's a drop-down menu. Drop down, go to Shapes, and we can click an oval right here. Okay. So you can see here, start over again there. Alright, so let's get back to what we were looking at here. Let's get the drop down going. Let's click an oval, and let's drag it down to a good size, because you're going to want to have a good amount of information in there. And if you don't like where it's positioned, you can just drag it over a little bit. And there we go. Now I like the size of this one, so I'm going to keep it. So what you're going to do next is you're going to click Control D at the same time, and that's going to create two identical ovals that we're going to be able to use. And let's spread them out so we have some space on the right hand side, some space on the left hand side, and some space right in the middle. So now that you have your two ovals, as you can see, you can't see through them, and one of the reasons why is because we're going to have to click over here into the color, and we're going to have to click under transparent, and transparent is going to make them see-through. So now that we have clicked transparent, and I can come over to this one as well, we're going to see the paint bucket here that says fill color. I'm not going to fill the color. I'm going to click the drop down, and I'm going to click transparent. Now at this particular time, if you want to fill color, okay, so if you want to come down here and you want to make the left hand side red and you want to make the right hand side yellow, you can do that. But once again, you're going to have to go through the transparencies to see if we can get them to fill in. Okay, but I'm going to go back to the basics, and you guys can go ahead and play with that. But I encourage you to play with the colors, play with the transparency, play with the text color, play with all the different things that allow you to make yours a little bit more creative and different from everybody else's. So moving on, what you're going to have to do, so right now if we were to click on these and we click we try to type in here, it will let us type, but it won't necessarily let us move from one direction to the other. It's just a lot harder to do so. So what you're going to do is you're going to click this text box, and you can see you have a plus sign, basically like a marker that's going to allow us to open up, and you can see that red line that comes down just lets us create a box and which we're going to be able to write in. Okay, so now you see we have a box that we can actually write out in. We can put bullet points in there in order to create our facts. You're going to want to do one for the middle, so let's click that. And the middle one, unfortunately, is going to be a little smaller, but that's okay. We'll work with it. And then we're going to create one for the right hand side. So let's see if we start here and we go here. That should give us enough space here. So now we have a middle box, we have a right box, and we have a left box. One last thing you're definitely going to want to do is you're going to want to create a title. So let's go one last time and let's create a title, or a box for the title, I should say. Okay, and let's see, let's create one more box up top so that way we can have a title. Once it's in here, you can type in my title, my Venn diagram, my whatever it is that you decide to call it. San Francisco earthquake of 1906 versus Hurricane Katrina. Okay, so now that you have all the basics down to create an Venn diagram, let's get back into Haiku and let's see what it is it's asking us to do. So remember, now we have to fill the information in. So what we're going to do here is we're going to answer these questions here. What were the similarities and differences? How many people were killed in the earthquake and hurricane? How were San Francisco and New Orleans alike before? What is one major difference between the two? So in order to get that information, we provided two different forms. We have a video here, so you can click on the video. You're going to click High Broadband, and this is going to allow you to watch the video. Hey, Gary. Okay, so I'm going to cut Gary off there. And Gary also wrote us an article, Gary Rivlin with the New York Times, where all the information that you're going to need in order to answer these questions are going to be there for you. And remember, here is the rubric. Don't forget to do your discussion posts and your polls on the right-hand side. Thank you very much, and if you have any questions, please email me, call me, or come find me in class, and I'll be more than happy to help you out. Good luck.